world, Mark from Wandering Souls back with a new collection update. This time I've got a bunch of CDs to show you. Stuff that I grabbed from the record fair I went to at last, and some stuff I bought online very cheap. So really nice combination. There is some melodic death in here, there's some black metal in here, there's some gothic metal in here. So I hope to say that the most part of this stuff is black metal, but like I said, there's some goth metal in here, melodic death metal is in here, there's also some crust in here, so kind of middle mishmash, but not completely. Yeah, I feel like doing a beer. If you follow my Instagram, you see that I posted a really funny beer, Duff beer that I found in the Lidl today. Yeah, I thought let's pick that up. It reminded me immediately on The Simpsons. I loved to watch that series back in the day, and yeah, I thought let's try it. It's not that bad, but it's not the best beer in the world, but it's an okay lager beer, and I really enjoy it. I also picked up this one. Steam Brew is the brewery, I think. This is a session IPA. So I haven't tasted this, never ever, so I'm just gonna try it here. Yeah, definitely an IPA. I immediately feel that light bitterness of an IPA. Yeah, it's okay so far, but I'm not completely convinced and blown away yet. But you know, I don't know how it develops. So in the taste, in my mouth, after a couple of sips. Anyways, let's get into the collection update, otherwise you get too much in the beer. So we are here for the CDs, right? So some metal here for you guys. First, the things I picked up at the record fair. 3 CDs, 2 at Tom's house stand, and 1 at the German guy, and this is this one. Picked up Dark Tranquility with Fiction, an album I was not super familiar with. I heard a lot of Dark Tranquility in the past, and I really loved that band. I have heard this album in the past, but I couldn't really remember how it sounded, or I hate it, or did I like it, I don't know. It's been a long time. This was released in 2007 by Century Media. 2007, yes. And since then I haven't heard it much, because most of the time when I go to melodic death metal, most of the time I pick older work from this band, of All in Flames, or sometimes some At the Gates and stuff like that. It's all from that area, and from those bands I think I like the Tranquility and At the Gates the most at the moment. I like In Flames, but the old work, the newer work went a different way, more modern, less melodic death metal. Like I said, I haven't heard this album much until recently. When I picked it up, I gave it a couple of spins, and I really enjoyed it. But it's a bit modern version of the old Dark Tranquility. It's still the old school death metal, of melodic death metal. Sorry. With the harsh vocals, but here there's some modern edge to this, like in Lesser Faith and Terminus, for example. There is some modern twist in the synth work. It's gonna sound really modern. I had to get used to that a bit, but overall, if I listen to this album a couple of times completely, I really enjoyed all the tracks on here. I wasn't really a track that I thought, well, that's a bad track. Oh, pretty decent. So here and there, I like some songs more than the other, but overall, I really enjoyed this album. yeah, not really nice pickup. I didn't have it in my collection yet and thought why not. It was like €7 or something, so it's not really bad for a pickup. Yeah, one from the German seller. Just show the booklet quick. Most of them is not that interesting pictures and yeah, lyrics of course. The standard jazz here, some artwork here. Yeah, you know the drift, that kind of stuff, and of course some sensual media crap in it. I think I'm gonna throw that out because I fucking hate that in CDs. Anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's not the best album from Tranquility, I have to admit. I really like the early work, but yeah, it's okay. I really enjoy it. So, Tranquility with Fiction. Then an album from a band from Portugal. This is Moonspell with the Butterfly Effect. Not an album that is not every Moonspell fan likes a lot. This is a kind of different album they did in the day. This was released in 1999, I think. Yes, 1999. I really love Moonspell. I really like the Memorial album and Wolfheart and Irreligious, that kind of albums. The more heavy albums from this band. This has heavy moments, but it's nowhere as heavy as the early stuff, for example. Here and there some growling, heavy guitar moments, but overall they experiment here a bit. I haven't heard this album in a long time before I bought it, but I can remember I really liked the title song, Butterfly Effects. I really enjoyed it. I saw the video clip a lot on MTV and other Dutch music channel called TMF. Yeah, I enjoyed that track, and there are some more tracks there on here that I like, and yeah, there was also some experimental stuff on here, like Can Be, for example, is a track that you won't expect from this really lazy soft song, and at a certain moment there's a harder part and you think, okay, here's it lifts off, and it does a bit and then comes down again, and then you know, I had to get used to that kind of songs. But like songs like Butterfly Effect, Soul 6 is a great song, Lost Mart, I really like Tired as well, and there was another one, but I can't recall which one it was, but I really like that track as well. And the other ones are just mood things for me, I think. Overall, I really enjoyed the album. It's not a bad album. It's just different. Also, Century Media release. I'm really glad. I have some other Moonspell albums, but I definitely need to pick up some more because I like the band. This vocalist has a really nice growl, but also a really dark, clean vocal, which I really like. Yeah, music is interesting at the most times, and has a lot of contrast, and that's what the album also has. This album also had, but it has another twist, like I said, and nonetheless, I still enjoy it. So yeah, Moonspell, the Butterfly Effect. If you want something different in gothic metal, then try this. No female vocals, I have to say, it's just male vocal. So then you know that. And the last CD I bought at that record fair is a band I was not really familiar with. I heard from the band, I have seen stuff in magazines back in the day. This is Die Infernal with Satan's Wrath, and this is an American black metal band. This was released in the 90s by Moribund. Back in the day there was a lot of yeah, stuff about this band. With the live performance and stuff. There was back in the day in the States were not a lot of black metal bands, and yeah, I can imagine if you see all the blood and stuff that is not it's something that was usable back in the day. But this band was active halfway the 90s until they released the second album, which was also the last album they released. And after that, nothing more happened actually. Don't know what happened, if the band members went on doing something different or not. I totally don't know. Anyways, the Infernal, straightforward black metal, 90s black metal, think like Dark Throne, Dark Funeral and stuff like that. Fast pumping stuff here and there, some stuff different. There's also a Slayer cover on here, which is the last song, Black Magic, song from Show No Mercy. But yeah, interesting, but nothing really groundbreaking. For 90 stuff, this was okay, black metal I think. So yeah, Satan's Wrath from Die Infernal. Then to the CD we are listening to in the back, although this is not really the album we are listening to, this is our bonus tracks added to it, which are demos and stuff like that. But anyways, this is Tulus with the Pure Black Energy, Norwegian black metal band, and this is the first album released in 1996 original. This is of course a repress done by Soul Cellar Records, and I think they did this last year. An album cover I saw a lot in the 90s on magazines, and also counts for the second and the third album. I heard the band but never picked up anything until now. So yeah, the album on itself is pretty good. The demo tracks on here, as you guys can hear, are a bit more raw, more old sounding, but yeah, it's funny how stuff came to be when it's from demo to album. Then there are definitely changes in production, and you definitely can hear it on this. Anyways, this is really old material. This is from 1991, I think. Yeah, it's from 1991. The songs prior to this, 1996, and the last 3 tracks are also demo tracks from the Samlerens Kammer demo, which was released prior to this album originally. But yeah, great Norwegian black metal, nothing groundbreaking, but really decent, cool riffing, overall fast paced. Yeah. I like it. Definitely need some more spins to get more used to it, but so far it's okay. I enjoy it. So Tulus with Pure Black Energy, Norwegian black metal. If you're into that second wave, give it a listen. Available at Soul Cellar Records, so if you want a copy. Yeah, then stuff I got really cheap. Tulips was also really cheap, by the way. This is from the same line sale. There was on an outlet from a Dutch site. They had stuff like 4 or 5 euros for a short period, and there were a lot of extreme metal titles in there. So I thought click, and before I knew it, I had like 8 titles in my basket. Anyways, doesn't matter, it was like 4 or 5 euros a piece. Like it cost me like 40 euros, not even, I think. So it's not that really bad. First thing next to the Tulus one is a band called Panzerfaust, and I just on the same day I listened to a new track from this band. I wasn't really familiar with this, and yeah, I really like the new track, but this is the album that came out prior to that. When I looked into that list and I saw this one, I thought, okay, it's like 4 or 5 euros. I must grab this, just based on the newer track actually, which is a continuation from this album. The new track is from a new album which comes out this year, which is chapter 2 from this story. This chapter 1, Sons of Perdition, chapter 1, War, Horrid, War by Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust is a band from Canada. This is their 4th album. Black metal, of course, but you probably guessed it already on the artwork, so this is not really special. It comes in a DG pack, and there is also a booklet here. Yeah, it's not your typical fast pumping black metal. There's definitely more to this than that. A lot of slower parts as well, and there's kind of a story in this album. I'm not really in depth with that yet. I have to give this more spins and look into the booklet what this is all about, but overall for now I really enjoyed the music so far. It's something different, and yeah, I like it. Like I said, it's not pumping all the time, and sometimes it's that really nice that black metal is not all time pumpy or all over atmospheric. Just something different in the regular black metal pieces, and yeah, I like it. Panzerfaust, Sons of Perdition, part of chapter 1, War, Horrid, War. Next up, not black metal. This is Totemont. I showed the first album from this band not so long ago. This is the last album they did. This is the Letzte Mond voor dem Beil. And this is, yeah, crushed metal, I think, with a little touch of death metal in here. That's what you get from this. Mid-tempo a lot, but also some faster parts, and here and there on a few songs is a more doomier side, but overall this is more mid-tempo crushed. I enjoyed it. Don't know how you're gonna feel about it overall. I just want to discover some more from this band, how I think what is the best album from this band. This album is pretty good, but if you're looking for death metal, this is not the thing you must buy then. Most of the songs are in German as well, except for one, I think. This is called Into the Fire. I don't know if they're a cover or original song, I have no idea actually. Yeah, Into the Fire is a cover, I think from Deep Purple, I think. If I see who writes it, Blackmore, yeah, Lord, this Deep Purple cover. Can't really hear it on the song itself. It was a really Deep Purple cover, but yeah. Vocal wise, I don't expect any grunts, deep grunts or something. There is some raw or edge to his vocal, but his vocals are understandable in my opinion. If you know some German, you can follow this. Yeah, Massacre Records has released this in 2016. Last album from this band so far. I enjoyed it, but I get more spins to really find my worthy opinion. Totemont, der letzte Mond voor dem Beil. Next up, Vesperif with Vesperith. This is released by Zwart Records in 2019, and this is some one-woman black metal band from Finland. I wasn't really familiar with it until I looked up some stuff for this band, and then I found out that I heard this back in the day, but and I liked what I heard, but I never went further to look up an album probably. I think this was reviewed on Zware Metalen back in the day, and I haven't seen a lot of reviews for this overall, but there are reviews from this. If you look good, then you find them. But yeah, more atmospheric stuff. This comes in as nice. Well, nice. I kind of hate this kind of packaging, but it looks okay. Yeah, more atmospheric black metal. Yeah, it's more ritualistic, more atmospheric, not that nature themed stuff, but more yeah, more occult stuff, I think. There are some stuff in English and some stuff in Finnish on this release. Another release I'm really interested in discover further. Yeah, for a couple of bucks it's not bad to buy this. It's really good stuff in here. Some really nice melodies and riffs, and vocal wise there is something to discover. Atmospheric, great stuff. Vesperif with Vesperith. Then this Tasmanian Devils, yes, a band from Australia. Ruins with Undercurrent. This was released by Listenable Records. A band, this album I heard a lot when it was released, I think last year or the year before, I don't know exactly. I think it was last year, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, this is a band that has already a couple of albums. One is Belt, and then the booklet will don't come out. This is the 5th album from this band. Some nice riffing, some really cool vocals. Not over to big screamy stuff, but it has a really raw edge to their black metal vocals. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've not really in depth something to tell about this record. It's just one you have to listen. Not probably an album that everyone likes in the black metal, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, there is some good riffing in here, and yeah, the album flows a really nice way. Ruins, Undercurrent, definitely an album to look forward to. And for that couple of bucks, I don't mind to pick this up. Pretty good, decent stuff. Next up, a band that's really something different. This is Bölzer with Hero. This is a band from Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. This is their first studio album, the only one as well. There's at least also a bunch of EPs. This is a black death metal band, and this was released in 2016. And this is a black death metal band that has a really own twist. And this is the kind of band you look for if you want to hear something different in that genre. Next to the regular harsh vocals, there are some clean vocals which vary also in how they sound. More holy cleans or regular singing cleans, and some other stuff. Yeah, it's really different than other standard black death metal bands. There's a really own edge to it. The music is different. There has of course the blasting moments and the dark black metal stuff, but it's different. There's more progressive edge. It sometimes remind me a bit of how the fuck was the band called? Mastodon. Yeah, Mastodon and black metal. That's what you get a bit. Most of the stuff is about ancient historical things. That's also different. different edge to the music, and all that it combines really something different. And yeah, definitely need to check out more from this band. Really like the embossment of the little artwork here, and also the gold finishes to the booklet. It's pretty cool. I see here so gold ring here. Yeah, and there's some text on here which I figured out what it all says, but yeah, probably song titles, I think. Anyways, yeah, really interesting release. Like I said, really strange kind of wave black death metal, Mastodon in it, and then the historical things. It's really different. Definitely can recommend you, if you want something different, give a look into this band. If you're more into older stuff from this band, the more harsher stuff, don't go look into this, because this is going another way than the band originally was. So yeah, Bölzer with Hero. Then over to a more traditional black metal. This is Craft with Total Soul Rape. This is a Caesar Mist reissue. Again, all cheap. Couldn't believe it. So I saw this. I thought, click. Yeah, first album from this band. This is a Swedish band. This album was released in 2000, I think. The first one and the second one are the two favorites for me. Terra Propaganda is also really decent. But yeah, really the raw, hellish vocals. Yeah, totally addicted to that Norwegian sound that there was back in the day in the 90s. Straightforward pumping. Here there's slower parts, but overall really nasty sounding, evil sounding, cold black metal. Yeah, Craft. I have to release a bunch of albums as well. I have the most of them. I've only missed one, I think. I think I missed fucking Universe or something. I don't know. I think it's called like that. And the rest all have from this band. And yeah, glad that I could add this as well. Really cool piece of his black metal history. And the last one is from a German band. This is a Lunar Aurora with Seelenfeuer. This is their second album, released in 1998. A German band, and sadly split up as well. But they have released a pretty decent big discography, so there's a lot to discover there. I have another album from them as well, I think Ars Moriendi. I was almost at the point picking up some more albums from this, but I never did actually. And then I saw this one for cheap. I thought, okay, this is a band that not is lying everywhere. You can find this stuff on Discogs for sure. That is, but it's not in every CD store, for example. But yeah, it's okay stuff, guys. I really enjoyed it. So it's fast-paced, pumping black metal stuff, kind of bit chaotic, and here and there some keyboard work in it. And this is an early album, and this is more raw. Later albums were more structured than this one, and some albums even had some more keyboards, I think. But overall, it's okay. I enjoyed it, so it can't go wrong if you like chaotic, fast black metal. Then it's only a thing if you like keyboards or not in that kind of style. But yeah, overall it's pretty okay. Lunar Aurora with Seelenfeuer. That's it, guys. That's the whole. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about these releases. Are you discovered something new? I'm glad to help here. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't done so. So cheers guys, I'm gonna enjoy my beer now and some music, and talk to you guys later. Cheers.